Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. It is time for the WOSCRL Throwback Series here on our Saturday nights. Hope everybody enjoyed the NASCAR race that was just on. We want to welcome everybody here. Some throwback action. Should be fun. 16 drivers right now. Pretty good turnout, actually. And of course, you see the sponsors of this fantastic league. 200 laps here on a very tough racetrack. In a very tough car, but it should be fun as we get set to go green here in just a little bit. We got about 3 minutes. I just now noticed there's a guy standing on top of the skybox and nobody else is up there with him. Anyway, that's interesting. So we are getting ready to go green here in just a few moments. Derek Pemberton in that 82 car on top of the board right now in practice. Luke Doran, Drew Ballesteros, Landon Lacey fourth, Benjamin Shelton. Christopher 6, Jim Foskett, Lawrence Shaughnessy, Brian Underwood, and Skylar Grissom is your top 10. Looking over at the points situation in the WOSCRL Throwback League. Oh my goodness, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Points-wise, things have gotten pretty interesting, I guess we could say. Christopher on top right now with 2,045, with Luke Doran closing in a little bit with 1,939. So pretty interesting to see that. And here's Luke right now on top of the board. We still got about 4 races left tonight. And then next week we go to Talladega. Russell Bracca third with 1,737. There's still a battle for that third position. It's Foskett right now with 1,701. Benjamin Shelton with 1,689. Jacob Huber with 1,639. There you go. So we are about a minute away or so before we go qualified. And as you guys can see, we do got a new studio here for the TRN broadcast booth for our pre-race desk. This, and the pink, by the way, is because of the breast cancer awareness starting in October. We'll have that up running up all month. Pretty cool thing. But of course we'll be doing that. Looking forward to it. But we are set to go here in about 55 seconds. We'll hop down to our big screen. Watch. I've noticed that a couple of these guys having some issues out of turn 4. You guys can hear the carnage right now probably. But we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and hop down to the racetrack this time. Because why not? As we get set to go here in just a moment. And we already know what we got to do. You guys just bear with me and we'll pop that up for you guys here as Rutledge Wood will bring us to the race.
Hey everybody, I'm Rutledge Wood from NASCAR on NBC, and you're watching World of Stock Car Racing League. Enjoy!
There you go. Thank you, Rutledge. You're welcome. Alright, anyway. Practice is officially closed. Derek Pemberton is the fastest here in final practice as long as nobody else jumps up top. With the last couple seconds here, it don't look like anybody's going to that I see. No. So Derek will be the fastest. Luke Doran, Drew Ballesteros, third, Linda Lacey, Benjamin Shelton, your top 5. So qualified, ready to begin. We'll hop right down to the track. It will be Benjamin Shelton rolling out first. See what he does here in that number 15 Crisco car. Rolling through turns 3 and 4. There's supposed to be a special pre-race ceremony for this when these guys grid up. We'll see. I haven't seen it. It's supposed to be a bunch of balloons. We'll see if that's true. I recently posted it was, so we'll see. Anyway, you guys see the current lap ticker down on the bottom screen. We'll see. These guys looking pretty fast lap times as you see. Shelton working off turn 4, coming to the start finish line. It's going to be a 19.066 for Benjamin Shelton. Drew Ballesteros out there in that 22 car. He's going to be somebody to watch tonight. 19-163. Stouffer goes to second. Here's Shelton coming back to the start-finish line. Does improve just a little bit. Let's jump down to Lawrence Shaughnessy here in the 3 car. And why is his paint not working? That is interesting. We'll have to see if we can get that off. That is not the car he's running. As Shaughnessy begins his green flag lap here. Coming to the start-finish line here in just a moment. So he works through turns 3 and 4. You know, it's weird. His car was actually showing up a minute ago, and all of a sudden it just went back to normal. It's strange. Anyway, start-finish line, 19-4-21. Let's see. Jim Foskett third, Chris Stouffer fourth. I'm hoping our paint's load up here for all these guys. (19.382) that lap. There it is. There it loaded up for him. Looks like everybody else pretty much done as far as qualifying goes. Yeah, everybody done for now as far as still got some guys getting ready to roll out. Here's the 5 of Landon Lacey taken out on track. We'll watch him for just a moment as he exits turn 2. And he will begin his qualifying lap right here as he shuts it off. I lied. Let's see. Brian Underwood also out on track in the 77. He is starting his green flag lap this time in that 77. In different colors, it looks like. No, it's the same color. I lied. Let me know in the chat who you guys are pulling for. Keep in mind we got our Driver of the Week program as well, where me and Derek will decide who we think's the Driver of the Week from each league, and then we'll figure out who we will give it to once a week. And if it is Derek, he just won't know about it, and I'll be the one picking it. Brian Underwood at 19.288. Pate Albin also on the grid. Landon Lacey also out there. Brian Underwood into the wall his second lap. So here's Landon Lacey now beginning, or actually on his first lap. A minute 30 seconds left here in qualifying. Pate Albin rolling out. Luke Doran rolling out as well. Landon Lacey to the start-finish line at 19.264. Probably want a little bit better than that, but still not a bad lap by any means, but definitely probably want a little bit more. Derek Pemberton rolling. We're going to jump back to Luke Doran here in just a moment. Here's Landon Lacey coming to the start-finish line. Looking a little bit better this time. No, actually pretty much matches his last lap. Luke Doran on his lap as well. And it looks good. 19.169. Drew Ballesteros, the only ones right now in the 18. Here's Pate Albin. A 19.250. Derek Pemberton, who was fastest in practice to the start-finish line, a 19.001. Still, no driver has hit that 18-second mark just yet. Luke Doran did not do it. Pate Albin didn't do it. Here's Derek Pemberton working off the final corner. Nope, he's going to loop it, trying to get too much. Skylar Grissom in that Exalted number 24 car. He switched numbers last week, so here he is back in here in the 24. Good to see that number out there. Start finish line a 19. I'm going to call it a 19.4, but it was a 19.333, but we'll call it a 19.4. That way in qualified is Drew Ballesteros, going to be on top of the board here in qualifying. Good lap there for him as the grid has begun. I don't know when these balloons supposed to take off. Kind of keep my eye on it. You guys can see the grid starting to take place. It might take off as soon as they start to roll, so that's why we're kind of up here watching. These guys are gridding up. You can look at the grid right here. Drew Ballesteros, Derek Pemberton, Benjamin Shelton, Jim Foskett, Pate Albin. Pate Albin with a good lap. Chris Stouffer, Luke Doran, Landon Lacey up to 8th. Brian Underwood, Lawrence Shaughnessy, Skylar Grissom, Bobby Patrica, Andrew Jamelin, Bruce Pearson, Ruckle Brackett, Jacob Hooper rounds out the field in 8 rows tonight. As you guys look down at the grid down there, a couple cars still gridding up. I believe we're waiting on just one more person. That is Christopher. Drew Ballesteros blinking just a little bit. He should be okay, though. Well, Christopher hasn't gridded yet. I don't even think he qualified, so pretty interesting. There he goes. Now he grids. So we should be seeing balloons. Correct? Or is that a lie? So I ain't seeing nothing. Maybe they took them out. Oh, there they go. Pretty cool. I'm going to be honest. I was expecting a lot more balloons. Like on the backstretch and stuff. I don't know why I was looking. You know. Wonder how high they go before they disappear. Anyway. Sorry about that. I get apparently obsessed with balloons. We got to take 2 trips around here, by the way. As you see the field get ready to work by the bottom of your screen. Go pretty high up there. Alrighty. Here we go. Drew Ballesteros up front here for North Wilkesboro. 200 laps. Expect a little bit of chaos here at the beginning. Good job for Jim Foskett. Good qualifying effort for that 47 car. It's the reason why he's top 5 in points. Ballesteros pivoted on the front row. As they get ready to lead us to the green. Ballesteros are blinking just a little bit. Green flag out in the air. You got to be careful here early not to use up too much of your stuff. Expect that second line to come in here. And once we get underway, once rubber starts laying down, you see Shelton taking a peek here underneath the 82. As these two guys are side by side. A little bit of racing behind them as well. Foskett and Pate Albin. Pate right now underneath the 47. Still Pemberton still racing here side by side with the 15 as they work off turn 4. Luke Doran slowly trying to catch up, and you see it right there. And then you see Jim Foskett here on the outside as well. Going to take that spot away from Pate Albin. Pate Albin in a little bit of trouble. It's Christopher now looking to his outside. Yeah, outside groove is where it's going to be at as this race progresses, I think. I know the inside's good, but that middle lane, you can already see it playing a factor here. We've noticed that in the last race that we actually broadcasted here previous. I believe it was the Thursday Night League, the Legacy Series. We noticed that. If you guys like North Wilkesboro, we'll be doing it again tomorrow, so that's always a great thing. I love this track. It's one of my favorite tracks that we go to. Lawrence Shaughnessy, Landon Lacey side by side. Here comes the 24 as well. Pretty cool to see the 24 alongside that Chase Elliott paint scheme. Pretty neat. Up front, battle for the lead. We've seen this before. But the thing is with Derek, once he gets the lead, he's just got to kind of keep his control and keep his temper down. Not to burn his stuff up. And you see the 22 blinking just a little bit. 82 putting a little bit of a slide job, taking the first spot away. Luke Doran trying to... I'm sorry, it's Benjamin Shelton trying to take advantage of that. I don't know why I said Luke Doran. Luke Doran. Benjamin Shelton underneath the 22, not going to be able to get there. Pate Albin tried to close this gap in on the 47. He did defend Christopher. Pate, a pretty good short track racer, knows how to drive short track, so this should play into his wheelhouse just a little bit. At a place like this, you see Peyton at 55. Jim Foskett on the outside of him. I like that paint scheme the 55's got. It's kind of old school look to it. All these guys right here in this mix, these 4 cars. And you see Pate Albin taking away 4th for now. He didn't clear him. Luke Dorn back there battling for position as well with Brian Underwood. Want to mention that Skylar Grissom just took away the 9th position from Lawrence Shaughnessy. And now you see Pay able to clear the 47. Well, up front, Derek Pemberton going to be trying to take care of them tires, trying to hold off the very good driver Drew Ballesteros. Check back a little bit. Here's Skylar Grissom running P9 right now. A little bit further back in the field. Can't forget about some of our other boys back here. They're racing. And if I'm not mistaken, that 44 paint. Did I paint that one? Can't remember if it's the one I painted or not. It looks like it. I don't think I painted that one. Anyway, Andrew Jamelin back there at 13th right now. Everybody's pretty close right now. That's Bobby Patrica right behind it. Bruce Pearson, Jacob Hoover right there in 16th. Riding around, just logging laps, and that's what I see a lot of these guys doing right now is logging laps. They know how long this race is. I mean, there's no point of pushing too much or too early in this one. Brian Underwood commented over on the YouTube chat. If you guys are not watching over on YouTube, he commented and said the tires are screaming inside the car as we get our first yellow. The newcomer, Lana Lacey, goes around, brings out the yellow. May have had a little bit of help here from the 74 of Russell Bracca. Let's see. Lana got loose prior to that, and then Bracca did a good job avoiding. No damage to either car, so they'll be fine. This goes for a little bit of a spin. Lana just actually bought this car and track today, so he's still learning the car. So, and if you guys know, this car could be a pain. Pit road's going to be open. I'm going to be honest, I don't see nobody coming down. There's no point right now. You don't want to use them tires. I just, so early. Russell Bracca did come down. I don't think he'll take tires. Bruce Pearson coming down as well. See the 20 there. I don't think any of these guys are taking tires. I like that 20 paint. That's nice. And yeah, the 74 is taking tires. Looks like 2 rights. 20 took gas only and the left. So kind of surprised to see 74 taking tires this early. We'll also have a readout for our broadcast here for our sponsors here soon. Any of you guys watched the, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, let me mute old Pate Albert over here. Here we go. All right. Pace lights are off. Single file restarts here, of course, in the Throwback Series as we get ready to go green in just a moment. A little bit of shade coming over the track on the backstretch anyway. We'll see if that helps these cars. Keep in mind the 2 15th, 16th place cars. 16 took tires, so we'll see if that plays any factor. I still think it's too early to be taking tires, but the green flag is out. Stacking up the field a little bit as our top 2 blink out. And they're back to normal now, but 3 wide does not work. Just want to point that out. Now down to 2 wide as it Brian Underwood, Christopher, and Jim Foskett was 3 wide. Both of them check out of it. Well, kind of checked out of it. Stouffer trying to hold on to 5th. I also want to mention Pate Allman battling for that 2nd spot. Well, was battling for it. Here he comes again. Driving it in pretty deep. I mean, this is a great call, I think, early to do this. Driving in deep is not going to hurt you too early to do this. Now, in the long run, of course, you're not going to want to, I don't think. But Pate Albin doing a good job. His teammate up in front as well with Derek Pemberton. But like I said, Pate is a very good short track racer, and he's showing it right now. But we got a good battle right now for second. This is 4 cars involved for this. We have Pate, Drew Ballesteros, Benjamin Shelton, Brian Underwood. All 4 cars going at it. 22 blinking just a little bit. I've never seen him blink his bad. He's blinking quite a bit right now. Hopefully he stays connected. Well, Pate almost got to grass. That could have been bad. The 77 may have got to grass. 3 wide. Pate Albin in the middle. Clear on the outside. And now sliding it in. This is where he drove it in deep. And good catch. Still 3 wide. Oh, trying to find a hole to get back down. Pate Albin in a lot of trouble. 24 catching a little bit of a break. He comes up, touches the 47. Still trying to find a lane. Now he's able to get clear. And now gets in line. Skylar Grissom cut him a pretty big break there. That was pretty impressive driving by Pate and the rest of them guys. But he falls all the way back to 7th for now, trying to still battle for 6th. I mean, look at this cluster of cars. This right here is just well, we know what it's about, what it's recipe for at any short track. When you're this stacked up, it don't usually last too long. But luckily, North Wilkesboro, you don't have the fastest speed here, which is a little bit good for these drivers, but it's still a very tough racetrack nonetheless. You know, I'll be honest. This is why I like North Wilkesboro, man. Like, you see some of the best racing that you see anywhere. Like this type of racing we're seeing right now, best racing we've seen all season. Like how close it is. And now we're looking at 3 wide once again. Now back down to 2 wide. That is the 4 way up on the outside. That's Luke Doran way up there. Trying to make that work. You see it right here from the stands. Up front, battle for the lead. Brian Underwood. Side by side here with the 82. Oh, Derek blinking just a little bit. There he is. Underwood looks like he may take his spot. Here's what I was talking about. Derek needs to be very patient when it comes to something like this. You don't want to push too hard and overcook your stuff. Underwood doing a good job. And he will clear the 82 this time. So Derek will just fall in line in P2. And as soon as I say that, he looks to the inside. Good racing here, though, all around. Ballesteros trying to use that middle lane as well. Stouffer there as well in 4th. Benjamin Shelton 5th. Pate Albin battling back there, trying to hold on to 6th. It looks like he's going to be able to hold on to that. As Pemberton goes back to the lead, here comes the 77. Looking to the inside. Good racing here. These guys just keep crossing each other over. Don't look like the 77 is going to be able to get there this time. Not just yet. All right, well, that's going on. We talked about Pate Albin. He's battling Russell Bracca. Remember Russell Bracca took them tires? He was in 16th. So it's going to pay off right now. Like, honestly, he's going to have the tire to get to the front. Like, you know, he's 2/10 faster than everybody in the field right now. But later in the race is where it's really going to catch up. And I think a lot of these guys need to remember that when it comes crunch time. As you see, Skylar Grissom working that outside. Skylar has done really well. He has moved up as this race has went green. And he takes that spot away. Looking around the racetrack. Let's hop on board. Lawrence Shaughnessy. And that 3 car running right behind Jim Foskett. Right on the bottom line. I mean, you can see getting off gas so early here because you're carrying so much speed into the corner. There's your lap around North Wilkesboro in car. In the 1987 Chevrolet, that is. Russell Bracca still running 6th, looking for more, trying to take 5th away. That smoke you guys seeing was, that time it was the 22 that blinked. That is one thing that happens when you tend to have a little bit of a connection issue. You blink and smoke pops up on the track. Just like that. As Russell Bracca actually blinks that time. A couple guys have some connection issues here. Oh, he's really blinking now. That's crazy. Anyway, he's battling Chris Stouffer. It looks like he's going to take away 4th. Now we're at the point, if a caution was to come out, I think you would see these drivers on pit road. 38 laps. I mean, 50 would be the preferred mark, I think, for that. But, you know, we're so close to that now, I don't think you can wait if we get that yellow. No, a little bit of a grass there for the 13. He is able to hold off. I was about to say he's able to hold off Benjamin Shelton, but Shelton looking to take advantage. And Shelton able to take away the 5th position from Christopher. Skylar Grissom's been the guy on the move, too. He hasn't pitted. He's done a great job working up. Very patient tonight in that 24. That's really good to see. I like that. I want to mention Russell Bracca has taken away 3rd. This is the guy with the fresh tires. I mean, he's put them to work. That's what you want to do. If you're going to take tires, you got to use them. He's trying to run down 2nd right now, about a 2nd back from Brian Underwood. Should be able to get there, I would guess. A little bit further back, here's Landon Lacey side by side with the 44 of Andrew Jamelin. Jamelin's going to drive up the racetrack a little bit. Like I said, Lacey's still new, not only to this series, but to this car as well. The off turn 2 gets a little bit of the grass, but able to make that pass on the 44 of Jamelin. Good pass there. Very clean. Luke Dorn right now running the 13th. Bobby Patrica 14th. Jacob Hooper and Bruce Pearson. Derek Pemberton still leads here in the WOSCRL series. He had a good race the other night. And he's an admin in that race. I almost won the race at Bristol, and he actually disqualified himself in that race. We may have a yellow as Pate Albin has some trouble, and you know, it gets into the wall, but a good break for some of these guys, including Pate as well. I'm sure he wants to come down and get tires after the spin off turn 4. There it is, just gets loose. One thing about this, that is not a safer barrier, so concrete not good for cars. But pit lane is going to be open. You guys can see them going around catching the back of the pace car. And we're going to sit right here. You know what? We got the drone. Why not just fly it around, I guess? Hard to believe that there was actually open right here in this fence. Anyway. There they come. Yeah, you got to pit here. There's no way you're going to stay out. You know, maybe if you was a lap down or so. But you got to see it right there. Everybody coming down. You do see somebody staying out, and I think that was Bruce Pearson. Yeah, I don't think he has much of a choice but to stay out. To be honest with, oh goodness, there we go. With him stopping earlier, I think he had to pit. You can't use your tires up, and that's what's got me worried about Russell Bracca. He's taking tires, and to me, that's going to hurt him. Is Derek Pemberton down and away. Followed by the 77-22 to 74-15, 24-13, 3-47. Yep, after that, good luck figuring that 3-car battle. It looked like it was the 4 of Luke Dorn beating them guys to race off pit road. But there you go. So Bruce Pearson out front. No, never mind. I lied. He comes down to take tires too. I think Bruce Pearson has not took tires this race. I want to mention that. This is actually his first time taking tires. He stopped earlier and took gas only. However, Bracca, this is now he's already down. He's only got 2 more sets left. And to me, that's going to hurt Bracca, especially on the long run. Or the if we get like a caution Say if we get 2 more cautions here and these guys come down pit road and he comes down as well, these guys have an extra set compared to him. Let's put it that way. So we are about to come to the green flag. It's paid off, and I believe, see the lap down? Maybe. If he is, he will be starting on the inside of that 82. And it looks like he is. So this is going to be interesting. Paid off, but either way, we'll get the lucky dog. So I don't think he's going to put too much of a fight up here with these guys. Pace car's in, though. Green flag is out. Yeah, Pace's going to let Derek go, and these guys go. He's going to be on that 1 lap. So all he needs is yellow, and he'll get back. Be good to go. Here's the 74 and the 15 of Shelton and Braca. Almost making contact there between them 2 guys. And Braca is able to take away that spot. And like I said, he does have a less set of tires compared to these guys, but still, you're doing a good job. I mean, if we get a long green flag run, say if this run lasts 100 laps or so, that could be good. New fastest lap of the race, Brian Underwood, a 19:105. So a good lap there for 77. Oh, the 74 getting loose. Had to catch it. That was a great save. We're going to replay of that one. Right there. You see the hands really working the wheel. Great job. Oh, we got one going around. Skylar Grissom, and this may bring out a yellow. More going around. I heard more contact. Somebody else made contact with each other. I don't know what else just happened, but here's a record of what happened to Skylar Grissom. He may have had help here. Oh, he got so much of the grass and went around. And now there was something else that actually happened right here. Oh, the 22 gets it back to the 74. Does not cause damage, but that's what I heard. As you look down at Skylar Grissom's car, I don't think you'll see pit stops. Skylar's got quite a bit of damage on the back end, a little bit on the front end. I don't think it's going to affect the car, but nobody's going to be able to give him a bump, because if so, that will be bad. Anyway, caution comes out here for the 3rd time. While we're sitting here, guys, what a better time to talk about our great, great sponsors here in the WOSCRL series. You guys see it up there in the middle of the screen. Of course, tonight's race. The WOSCRL Throwback Series is a race sponsored by the CSO Diecast. The CSO Diecast is the premier sponsor. They are also the official retailer of Lotto Racing Collectibles. Check out CSODiecast.com for some of the newest NASCAR diecast releases available. While you're there, also register, sign up, log in, all that good stuff, because you can get receive exclusive benefits and great savings as well. Also, of course, on board with us tonight is Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Visit and receive 20% off, as well as free shipping. Derek Pemberton might use some of them, because I'm sure right now he's feeling like a pretty good big man out front leading this one. But make sure you guys use the promo code WOSCRL and receive free shipping and 20% off from Manscaped.com. Pretty awesome. And also tonight, I know we got a Todd Chase probably watching, and he loves the Killer Brownie. Check out the Killer Brownie Bacon Company. Head over to thekillerbrownie.com for a unique selection, including cookies and cream, German chocolate, and famous cookie dough brookie. The Killer Brownie, extraordinary desserts for extraordinary people. Not going to lie, I like brownies. Just saying. I'm a brownie man. Favorite desserts? Let me know in the chat. What is it? I think my favorite dessert would be cherry cheesecake, though. Being honest. Love me some cherry cheesecake. You see Derek Pemberton out front, by the way. He's going to be ordering some Manscaped tonight. If he keeps winning like he is, or leading like he is. He's a big man right now. Big Manscaped show here on TRN, if you guys can't tell. I want to thank Patrick as well. He always checks in on Facebook. Patrick, we will see you tomorrow night. Me and old Derek P will be up in the booth calling some ASL racing. That's always a fun league. That'll be good. From North Wilkesboro as well. I think 150 laps. I might be wrong. But we'll be there. Trucks here, trucks. So basically we got the cups today, trucks tomorrow. Kind of usually the other way around, but whatever. Green flag set the wave here once again. Pace car is in. By the way, Pate Albin is back on the lead lap. Green flag, waves once again. We're back racing. And they may have just stacked them up. Yeah, they did. I'm trying to see who that was. There was some damage that I heard somebody getting collected. And I'm trying to see who it was. Oh, it was Luke Doran. Did he not get going? I mean, they had a pretty good gap in between all these cars. Oh, they stacked up right up here in front of the 22. Somebody missed a gear. These guys are green, by the way. We're just watching this restart. Yeah, the 22, I think, just got in the back of the 74. Wasn't sure what that was about, but either way, stacked them up a little bit. Luke Doran was one of the ones that got the worst end of that. Lawrence Shaughnessy has worked his way up to 7th right now. Bobby Petrika worked his way into the top 10. And that Red Bear number 94. Running P9. Skylar Grissom 10. Jacob Boobery, Landon Lacey. The 44 of Andrew Jamin. There's Luke Doran, Pate Albin, Bruce Pearson. You see the damage on the back of the 44 and the nose of that 4 car. Old Brian Underwood looking racy here tonight, though. I mean, Derek's done a great job as well. He's led the first quarter of this race pretty much. Give or take a little bit on that, but old Underwood looks pretty good, too. Drew Ballesteros is getting passed by Benjamin Shelton. Shelton takes away 5th. Chris Stouffer, haven't spoke a lot about him tonight. Your points leader currently 3rd. What a surprise to see that. That's how good this guy is. Luke Doran does not like seeing it. Jump back a little bit. Thought I seen Bobby Petrika putting a pass on, but right now it is 10th. Skylar Grissom, the 9th. I think Grissom just got around him. Once again, next week these guys will be over at Daytona. We'll see how that works out. Last time we was at a plate track, it was pretty good. Talladega wasn't bad. I'll point that out. It was not bad at Talladega. James, are you at Bristol? James Broskater over comment, I would be racing out, but you know Bristol. I am actually in Bristol. We got a yellow. I was going to go to tonight's race myself, but I had this going on. And honestly, I just really wasn't feeling it, to be completely honest, this year. I went to the All-Star race, but did not go. I'm going next weekend, though. Next Saturday afternoon, I'm going to the Short Track Nationals. Here's a preview, by the way, the 51. Jacob Hooper. Oh, man, he's driving a different car tonight. It threw me off guard, because usually he's driving a different kind of cobblers paint scheme, but that was your yellow. Pit road's going to be open. I don't see anybody taking it. I think you got to at least get to around lap 90 or so before that happens. So you're not far from me then. Oh, you're up in Mountain City. That's right. I forgot you was actually very close. Yeah, how'd you like it? Did you enjoy the race? I'm a Chase Elliott fan, so I wasn't too happy. I was hoping to see Matt DiBenedetto make the chase, though, unfortunately. Looked good early. And not so great late. Todd Chase says, let's go, Pate Albin. Todd Chase likes some extraordinary brownies from the great folks over from Killer Brownie. But still want to try them. Bruce Pearson on pit road as well. And he taking tires? Sure looks like it. I don't know if he was or not. Anyway. Pate Alba was on pit road as well. He had a little bit of issue. He's got a top 5 car, but he had that issue early. You see the damage. He'll be fine even with the damage, but just got to get everything back under control. I hear you. Yeah, to be honest, I'd rather see. I know Todd Chase over here don't like Kyle Busch, but I'd rather seen Kyle win it than I would Harvick, just being honest. Unpopular decision. Just not a fan of Harvick, man. I don't know. Todd Chase says, yes, I would like a killer brownie. I agree, Todd. Really need to order one of them. I'm a fat boy. Green flag back out in the air. Derek Pemberton's still leading this one. He's had quite a few laps. He's going to see if he can hang on, at least lead the most laps. That would be a benefit to him. He would really like that. Bobby Patrica rolling in now. Lando Lacey 10th. Jump up a little bit. Lawrence Shaughnessy battling Drew Ballesteros. Shaughnessy trying to move up through the field. Looking forward to it, James. Can't wait to see you back on track, man. And Todd, yeah, we're not exactly the skinniest fellas, that's for sure. You know, I may have to get me some of them killer brownies before deer season actually starts. I don't know if that's a great idea or not, but I'll probably eat them and fall asleep. Racing here in the 77, really drove it in sideways, almost lost it, but he's able to hold on. What a drive for Brian Underwood. Wasn't able to get the lead, but whoo, he had his hands full there. I'm not going to lie, it was a great job. Oh, Russell Bracken may have tagged the wall off turn 2. Caution coming out. And Landon Lacey has went around once again and has towed, I believe. Did he go? He said he's had enough of this track. He said, I'm sick of it. He said he hates his car. Didn't really even get the wall, actually. He's just like, you know what? I'm done. And he pulls the car down pit lane. He's got to work tomorrow anyway, so it's probably a good thing. Tough break, though. Yeah, that second stage at Bristol was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see who gets eliminated around the 12. There's some pretty big names. Bro, they done messed up Austin Dillon's name over on Fox. Austin Dillo. That's funny. Anybody go check out NASCAR on Fox. They messed up the playoff picture of what it's supposed to look like. That's cool. Alrighty, about to go back green here in just a moment. As the green flag sets the way, we've still got quite a few drivers out here, however. 15 drivers still on the lead lap. As the green flag is about to wave. As we get set to go green. Green flag back out in the air. Derek Pemberton, a good start that time. Battle right now going to be on with second. Chris Stouffer trying to close that gap up. A little bit further back, Drew Ballesteros putting some pressure on Benjamin Shelton. Or was, that is. Notice the sunlight has kind of gone away a little bit here from the track. Probably good for these guys, honestly. It does allow a little bit more grip. Or I would expect it to anyway. Ballesteros still working here on this 15 car as we ride on the roof cam on Benjamin Shelton's number 15 Ford Thunderbird. It's Lawrence Shaughnessy you see there as well in that 3 car. Here comes the 22 taking a peek to the inside. Todd J said, Lando Lacey, get good, kid. Good race right now between Ballesteros, Shelton, and Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy a little bit of damage on the back end, but it's not affecting him. Here comes Shaughnessy working that outside. I noticed that outside lane in this race. I've noticed it even in the past. It tends to... Here's the 3 into 15. Working now as they both the 3 was able to get around Ballesteros. Oh, that was close. Oh man, getting a little bit of contact here. Hey, welcome to Short Track Racing. Here comes Lawrence Shaughnessy taking a peek underneath. Now, we are in that situation where I think if a caution was to come out, you would see drivers come down pit road. I think as long as you're around lap 90, close to every 50 laps, I think that's when you'll see drivers come down. So, we have been out here close to 50 laps now, 42 to be exact for some of these guys. So, I would expect, as you see, Shaughnessy was able to take away the 5th position. Ballesteros still here. I mean, it's a good long line of cars here with Skylar Grissom. I think Skylar's got a good car. Like, he worked his way up and just hit the grass when all that broke down a little while ago, and that's really what cost him. But, I mean, you see Skylar right here working on the 22. Grissom looks to be really good at this place. Answer me a question. Who is your favorite oldest NASCAR driver? Now, I'm talking old NASCAR driver. I'm not talking 90s. I'm talking 80s, 70s, 60s, maybe even sooner. Watching the 77 now. Brian Underwood. You see Derek Pemberton was able to lap the 44 of Andrew Jamelin. That does kind of help Derek a little bit as Jamelin and Underwood get side by side. Lap time wise, Derek and Underwood running pretty close to the same lap times. We'll know more next time by, not so much this lap. I don't want to count this lap too much, being that there was a lap car involved. So we'll kind of watch this lap to see what happens with our race leader as he works down turn 4 into turn 3. Sorry, I don't know what. Down the backstretch into turn 3, into turn 4. There we go. Off turn 4, Derek Pemberton's lap time. I better yet, we can just do this. You guys see it right there. The last time by Derek was about half a tenth faster than Underwood. With a 21 or 20.153 to a 20.208. This time by a little bit slower lap, and it kind of benefits Underwood a little bit more. He ran a 150 to Pemberton's 192. We'll check again here on the third lap just to see. These guys are probably wanting tires right now. They've been out there for 50 laps. So lap times have fallen off quite a bit, about a second. This ain't too bad. Derek was a little bit faster that lap as well. Check on Skylar Grissom. He's working on Benjamin Shelton. Grissom looking underneath. Whoa! Grissom almost coming up into that 15 car. Somebody that's not having a great night is Luke Doran. And I'm wondering if Doran's back here just taking his time right now. Shows he was on pit road 22 laps ago during that last caution. I'm wondering if he's just not burning his tires up and waiting for these guys to pit and then go after it. And maybe not come down pit road and try to do this the hard way. But I'm going to be honest, I don't see none of these guys pitting under green. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that they will try to run this all the way out if possible. And not saying we ain't going to have a caution. I mean, there's, a good chance that could still happen. So we'll have to wait and see. But Stouffer going around the lap car, unfortunately, of Andrew Jamelin. Russell Bracca there as well. Well, Bracca had to check up a little bit, not to get into the back to 13. Want to mention Skylar Grissom was able to get around to 15. You see it right there. Clearing Benjamin Shelton this time. Benjamin Shelton now running side by side with Drew Ballesteros off turn 4. Oh, contact. 15 into the wall from the 22. Shelton's probably not going to be too happy about that, I would imagine. Luckily, it didn't really wreck nobody. It could have been bad. We got a yellow. And who is it? Was it maybe Peyton Albin? I want to say it's Peyton. I don't think it was. No, it's not Peyton. Somebody else. You see the marks. I don't think it was a 20. Who is that right there? Is that Patrica? No, it ain't Patrica. Oh, was it Shaughnessy? Oh, Lawrence Shaughnessy went around hard into the wall on the front stretch. So pit road's going to be open. And yeah, as you can imagine, everybody coming down. Why not? Dale Earnhardt, Dale Sr. A couple of the names get thrown in there. If I had to pick a driver from the old days, I'm talking old days, I guess. I'm not talking, Ernie Irvan, because Ernie Irvan would be there. I'm not talking about him. I would even say older than that. Honestly, probably Junior Johnson. We might throw Davey Allison in it, but that still might be, I think that's still early, too. I don't think it's super late, as you see Lawrence Shaughnessy coming down. But I would probably go with Junior Johnson, I believe. I bet him. That's one of the reasons why, I think. I bet Earnhardt, too, but Junior Johnson's probably my favorite. Or Darrell Waltrip. I always liked Darrell as well. Mainly because my dad liked him. So we about to get after it again, guys, and of course, we gonna do our turn it up. What a better time to do it. Well, we hope you guys enjoy it, but we'll be doing that here in just a moment. Derek Pemberton's still out front right now. I don't know if he's led the most laps. I would probably say that he's got the most laps led. I'm going to say probably right at 100. I don't think we can find out, honestly. Oh, I need to fix this a little bit. That way we can kind of get that. But he's been out front for quite a bit. And maybe even over 100 laps. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to step away for just a moment and turn it up. Here on Trackside Racing Network, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the follow. Make sure you check out WSCRL over on Facebook as well, because why not? There we go. Green flag set the wave. You guys enjoy. And the yellow flag comes out as a big pile up in turn 4. I see the Ford involved of Luke Doran. I see Bobby Patrica, Jacob Huber, and I think there was actually another car involved. I'm going to try to back this up and get this. I seen Patrica going around. Yeah, he just lost it in 4. There's the 51, the 3 involved, the 4, the 44, a 5-car pile up here. That was not a pretty one by any means. I'm sure that did not want to happen if you're Bobby Patrica. As we go slow motion here, you guys can see what happens. Watch the hands inside the car. A little overcorrection right there, and that's all it takes. As he was already around anyway before he really pulled it back to the right. Not much you could do in that situation. As the rest of the field just piles it in. The pit road's going to be open. You're not going to have these leaders come down. Shaughnessy Doran does. Patrica does. I mean, you got to come down and fix the damage. A little bit of information about Derek Pemberton. As he blinked. Excuse me, guys. He's right now 10th in points. Hasn't got a win. He's led a lot of laps this season, honestly. But does not have a win. He came in here with 185 laps led. The third most of any driver. Actually, the fourth. It's the third most out of any driver. Probably going to go to third on the board after tonight. Or stay in third after tonight. But still, no wins for him. But he's got 2 top 5s. And the ones that's got the wins, of course, the big ones. Chris Stouffer with 6 wins. Luke Doran with the win. He picked that up at Bristol, which was an amazing win, by the way. Drew Ballesteros with the win. Brian Underwood and Evan Penta, who's not here, but he's also got a win. So there you go. Luke Doran so close in the points. Really, if you look at, he don't have the wins, but the 7 top 5s and 12 top 10s really benefits him a lot. So there you go. So here we go. Pace slots are off on the pace car. As we get set to go back green. Derek Pemberton guarding that outside. This is a single file restart. Green flag is out. We are back racing here once again from North Wilkesboro. Battle a little bit further back in the field. That's where we're going to watch Skylar Grissom, Drew Ballesteros. Side by side as they work on a 4. Grissom going to get a big run here off the top side. He does. Takes away 5th. Up front, Derek and Brian Underwood. Nose to tail. Christopher looks on. Bracco with the big save out of turn 4. That may have been our best save of the night, even though we've seen him save it a couple times now. Watch this. That car should have went around. Great job by Russell Bracco. Probably one of the best saves we've seen. Does allow Skylar Grissom, however, to get a run on his outside, trying to take away 4th. Grissom goes to 4th on the board. Grissom having a fantastic run here tonight. Like, kudos to him. Keep doing what you're doing. Grissom and Pemberton both. I mean, honestly, both of them well-deserved what they're doing right now. Very impressive. You see Grissom taking away the 4th spot. I'm sure Derek would love for this to stay green for a while here. As Bracken Grissom back at it again. Oh, Bracco up into the wall. Good save. Didn't actually get the wall. He's lost a lot of spots. He falls all the way back to 9th. How about an 8th? Pate Alvin has worked his way back inside the top 10. Oh, may have a caution. No, Lawrence Shaughnessy, Jacob Hoover, there is a caution as the 51 may have had help here for the 4. Did he get loose? But no, that's more of anything what we've seen all night long. Yeah, the 51 just got loose in 3. I don't think you pit here if you're the leaders. They've been out there for a few laps. I just don't see it. They was on more laps on the tires last time when they didn't pit, so I don't see them pitting here. I still think you got to wait till after 150 or right there near 150 before you pit. I just don't see it benefiting, you on the long run personally. So Lawrence Shaughnessy is in the pits as well. I did not see him come down, but he has spent multiple times there. Unfortunately, going to be 4 laps down. Maybe even more than that, depending on how long he's got to sit there. What a race, though. Been a good one. Talked to Derek, of course, in the past plenty of times. One of the things he's wanted to win a race in here so bad. We'll see if he's able to do that tonight. We've had last interesting couple of weeks with Luke Doran getting his first win. the pace lights are still on right now as we get set here in just a moment. Alrighty. Should be about that time. For the pace lights to go off, we'll wait and see. Here we go. Ready to go back green in just a moment. Pace car's in. Green flag back out in the air once again. From Wilkesboro. Watching Derek Pemberton right now. Getting a good run here is Brian Underwood. He looks to the inside. Not going to be able to get it. Derek drove it in pretty deep to make sure of that. Wasn't able to quite get up there. Good battle right now up front. Watching the 82. Hasn't had much pressure on all night. And I will make it official. He will lead the most laps tonight. Officially, we know that for sure. A little bit further back. Oh, the 455 going to go around. Will it bring out a yellow? Not right now. We stay green. Pate Albin and Jim Fawcett got together. Pate was able to go through the grass and keep the car turned straight. I think Pate may have just got too hard. Or did he have help from the 74? And yeah, just lost it a little bit on his own. As we are back up front once again. Anyway. Skylar Grissom's still running in fourth right now. I want to mention that. We haven't really talked about him the last few laps. Have you seen? Looking around the racetrack, everybody kind of getting a little bit spaced right now. We got to jump back to 10th, where Luke Doran's putting some pressure on Andrew Jamelin. Now, honestly, I think you're in that situation. If a yellow was to come out, I think really you may have to come down pit lane if you're these drivers. It's still very close. I mean, it's still 60 laps for the finish, but I think now you would be on that last set. Right now, these drivers are probably hoping it don't come out at least 10 laps or so, I would imagine. Maybe, I don't know. They could probably, they'll be fine, I think, without it. But I'm sure they'd probably rather have fresh tires right now. But they've only been out there 36 laps. That ain't including cautions, so it's not too bad. Anyway, off turn 4, you see the side-by-side racing here with Jamelin and Luke Doran. Doran would love to be able to get up there and try to get around Chris Stouffer. That would be the big win for him tonight. He hasn't really made a big dent tonight, or a big splash here tonight. And you see Doran wasn't able to clear the 44, and Jamelin able to hold on. He's done a good job. Jamelin does go wide this time. That does allow Bruce Pearson as well to close up on these three, as Jacob Hoover got past as well. What happened to Drew Ballesteros? Around he is. Caution may come out. We stay green for now. He's rolling right on the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Really slow. We stay green. Wow, that's a big one. Ballesteros always a threat in these races. Here's what happened. I think he may have just lost it. Yep, got in too hot. Goes to show you how tough this place is to drive. I mean, he is a fantastic driver, and he's just struggling right now. Let's compare lap times with their leaders. Last time by, yeah, Brian Underwood a little bit faster. Not much, about a tenth, a little over a tenth. He did close the gap up. He's actually closed it in a little bit more, it looks like this time. And not as much that time. It's pretty close. Both running about the same, 148 to a 159 in favor of Brian Underwood's last lap. And you see Derek right there looks way better this lap. Actually stretched it back out just a little bit as he works off turn 4. Yeah, that time in favor of Derek. Not much, but definitely more in favor of that time. So Derek's doing something different. Oh, he gets a little bobble right there in turn 2, but catches it. Derek's doing something a little bit different. He's driving each turn different. I've noticed that. He's driving 3 and 4 different than 1 and 2. And it's benefiting him. Like, he's doing a good job by doing that. I think that's definitely the way to do it. Derek was faster that lap as well, but him coming up off the bottom a little bit in turns 1 and 2 towards that white, right above that first white line really seems like it's helping him. And right here in 3 and 4, he gets below that white line. I mean, it definitely benefits. I mean, you see the gap growing right now. That time, I mean, that's a great lap right there for as long as they've been out there. That's a 20.098. That's impressive. And Underwood's probably trying to take advantage of it as well. We do got a battle starting to heat up for third with Skylar Grissom. We may jump back to that in just a moment. Let's check the lap times here again. That time not so much good for Derek, but we'll see. Let's jump back to this battle for third. Skylar Grissom has caught Chris Stouffer. This is a big one right here. And he's putting some pressure here on that 13 car. Honestly, not calling Brian out because I think he's got a car that's capable of winning as well. I just don't think anybody's going to be able to touch that 82 or 77 tonight. Unless something happens, that just kind of, pitch strategy or something like that. Because we got guys now that probably don't have any sets of tires left, I would guess. Guys like Russell Bracca, he probably don't want to see a caution. I'm sure Derek don't want to see a caution as well. He's out by a second now, so And they just hit the 50 lap mark. So we'll see. Still watching this battle for third, though. Watching this 24 running different lines. It's been the most impressive thing to see how Skyler, at first in this race, he was driving a completely different line, but he's kind of, to be honest, he kind of mimics Derek's line a little bit. It's not completely the same. He drives more of the bottom in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 it looks identical. He actually came up off the bottom a little bit. Yeah, he kind of has roles reversed. Derek drives up in turn 1 and 2. Skyler drives down in 1 and 2, like what you're seeing right now. Derek drives up in 3 and 4, or down in 3 and 4. Skyler drives down in 3 and 4, or up in 3 and 4. Derek drives down. You see it right here. That's time he stayed on the bottom. He did take away third, though, from Stouffer, so good pass for him. Bracca has also side by side with Benjamin Shelton. Oh, contact. Around goes to 74. Bracca, yes, right in front of Foskett. No caution because there's the yellow. Here we go. Now, if you're the race leader, you've got to hit pit road. Everybody's got to hit pit road. What worries me, I don't think Bracca is going to be able to hit pit road here. Even with this spin, I don't know if he's got tires. I'm going to be honest. And that's going to cook him. That's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out for some of these guys that may not have tires. I don't know Bobby Patrica, Jacob Hoovery. I don't know if they have tires. You see the ones that coming down, you know they got tires. That's the top 4. Waiting to see if Benjamin Shelton, you see him staying out. Yeah, I don't think he's got tires. Foskett staying out, unless they're just making sure they can catch up, which may be before they pit. Because everybody else has hit pit road. Pate Albin, he's staying out. I think a lot of this is just because he needs to catch up to the field before they pit. So we're going to watch the race all pit road. As here we go. Oh, it's going to be a close one. Derek Pemberton got it. Thought it was a lot closer than that, I'll be honest. Brian Underwood second, Skyler Grissom third. Now, what's going to happen? Yeah, they're coming down. So I don't think they got tires. I'll be honest. Maybe they do. Maybe I just didn't catch it. But it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe they only been taking 2 tires on that first stop. Everybody's getting tires, it looks like. So, it looks like they're good, I think, as far as that goes. Yeah, they're good. So, I was definitely wrong. I thought they wouldn't have it anymore. So, this is basically going to be, what, a 35-lap shootout or so? 36-lap shootout? Now, on fresh tires, I think Brian Underwood's got something. On old tires, I think it kind of goes away from him a little bit. So this could be a very interesting race here. Now, if he gets out front, it may be different. Let's see. These cars in front of Derek will be going to the inside. So Derek needs to try to make quick work. And here's what's benefit to Derek with this. Is he's only going to have to get around 1 car. The 77 is going to have to get around 2 cars. And Skyler, unfortunately, is going to have to get around all 3. That's going to be on the bottom. It's hard to believe Drew Ballesteros is going to be right there. I mean, that's insane. I don't think they'll get away with it. Yeah, they'll not get away with it. I think they'll be lining up on the inside. So can the 82 Raise Energy car get to victory lane for the first time this season? As we are green flag in a very weird situation. That was awkward. Skylar Grissom sent it in on second. Battle's going to be for that second spot. Derek getting to the bottom. Brian Underwood getting to the bottom. Here comes Grissom with the run on the outside. Here comes the 13 as well with the run on Brian Underwood. Grissom taking second away. How about the 24? I mean, we're looking at a new winner. Christopher's like, oh, wait a minute. We're not done. I'm a 6-time winner. Derek Pemberton now has to deal with lap traffic. This right here's where things get interesting. And Drew Underwood able to take back second. Does have a little bit of ground to make up here. Pemberton, new fastest lap of the race. Now, what do you do here if you're the 82? You do not want to lose this because of lap traffic. Brian Underwood getting it a little hot. Yeah, if you're Derek, I think you follow this 22. We think he's faster than both of these guys, sadly for them. And now 77 has to get around these two. A little bit of tight squeeze there between the 44 and the 82. Here comes Underwood now trying to get around this 44. Big run off the corner for Derek, not so much for Underwood. Yellow coming out, so Ballesteros will get the wave around. And here's your caution. This was between the 55 and the 47. Pate Albin getting loose in turns 3 and 4, just whips it around. We've seen that a couple times with a couple different drivers. See the 15 there as well. And pit road is going to be open. And I don't think anybody's going to come down by any means. You know, honestly, it's kind of a break there for the 82, I think. He does not have any lap traffic to deal with now, including, I would say, Drew Ballesteros, who would probably race him pretty hard, I would imagine. Them two have had run-ins. So I can imagine that, you know, that would be a tough one. Derek Pemberton putting his name in for the driver of the week here on TRN, though. I'll give him that if he's able to hold on. Don't think he's going to get it because we did crown the champion last night, but you never know. All right. So I don't think we're going to have any lap cars there. Check something. Is False? Can he get tires? It looks like he can take tires. I'm just saying. If these guys back here is not a lap down anymore, can get tires, that could be a benefit. I know it's a long shot. Benjamin Shelton was able to get tires too, I believe. I know it's a long shot, but I mean, I don't think Jim Foskett was able to, but you never know. Going to go back green here with 26 laps to go. So we'll see how this all pans out. Here from North Wilkesboro, as Derek Pemberton looks to try to get his first ever win at North Wilkesboro and in one of the toughest leagues that you could compete in, WOSCRL. Still not, you never know. He's still got to hold on to it as the green flag waves. He's got some tough competition behind him. We'll see. Skylar Grissom taking a peek underneath Christopher here early. Man, Grissom's been impressive tonight, though. I think Derek would want this to go green so he could try to gap at 77. I don't think you want a late race caution or a green-white. Well, we won't have green-white checkers, but that's one thing you would not want, I don't think. And I don't think his battle's over yet for the lead. We'll see. back up there to that battle for the top spot. Oh, 77 drove it in really high this time. I'm not sure if that's going to benefit or not. There is a big run looking to the inside. Will he be able to take it? Side by side for the lead. The 82 going to have to run off the corner. Able to clear the 77? Yes. Oh, we got a race now, boys. Brian Underwood putting some pressure on. Derek Primmers has been out front all race long. Top four right now has broken away from the field. It's not even close with our top four. They are almost 3 seconds ahead of fifth. Derek with a good run off the corner that time. "21 laps to go." And it don't take long to go 21 laps here. Was that Brian Underwood's shot that he had? I mean, he's going to have to try to keep it close here and then maybe try to get a bumper to him. Underwood hasn't won a race this season as well, so he would love to do so in that Chevrolet. These two guys are starting to check out a little bit here from Stouffer and Grissom. Derek gets such a good run off the corner. Underwood's unable to get there. He did it this time as well. He sent it in pretty deep. Yeah, that definitely hurt him right there. You can see last lap comparison here as they cross the line. Pemberton a little bit faster with the 77 and sent it way in like he did in 3 and 4. Sent it in a little bit high. It was a weird entry. Like he's doing it again right here. You're trying to see he's wanting to kick that back end out a little bit, hopefully to get a better rotation. Here they come again. It was 4.33 last time. That time, oh my goodness, I was on the wrong person. I do apologize. There you go. Derek Pemberton last time a little bit faster as well. These guys have broken away from the rest of the field. From third as well. And from fourth. Derek don't want to see a caution. I don't think you want to see a caution if you're this 82. If you get a caution, you would want it super late. Like without a green white checker. Yeah, Derek that time a way better lap time, 0.3 faster that time than Brian Underwood, about 2.5 tenths faster. I don't want to say 3. Underwood a little loose off turn 2. Oh, gets in the wall. Brian Underwood scrapes the wall. He may go around. Nope, he saves it. He loses second. He loses third. Underwood, a big mistake into turn 3. We're going to look at the replay. You guys seen it. He gets into the wall. After he exited, he was trying to arc it. Yeah, he just went in a little bit too high and just made a small mistake. Oh. This is Derek's race to lose. He's out by 1.6 seconds. And, I mean, lap time-wise, I mean, it's not really close, to be completely honest. But we got to get to that white flag. Or at least a late race caution for the 82. Now, Skylar Grissom's going to try to hold off Brian Underwood. Grissom hasn't had a top 3 finish this season as well. He would love it. Looking at the point standings, he's had 1 top 5. So he's definitely looking at his second top 5 finish. Can he even run down Stouffer? The person I didn't want to see that was Luke Doran, however. He didn't want Stouffer to get another spot. Derek Pemberton is checked out. He's 1.9 now and growing at. At 82. I'll be honest, guys. I am very happy to see him do this. I don't never play favorites, but as a broadcast partner and stuff like that, it's great to see. And I know what it would mean to him. Now, he's got to finish it. I've seen Derek make mistakes, so he's got to finish it. He's got to stay focused, keep doing what he's doing. Skylar Grissom was able to gap Brian Underwood. Man, that's got to be an upset for Brian. And I think, honestly, he was just pushing so hard, trying to figure something out. As you see, Grissom putting Jim Fosca, unfortunately, a lap down. Grissom has run down Stouffer. I mean, he's there. He's just got to figure out a way to get around him. I mean, last time by, Grissom was faster. Derek's last lap was a 19. I haven't seen a 19 since, like, lap 90. Like, it's got to slow down if he chooses to. I just want to point that out. Like, he's got that big of a lead. He's 2.3 seconds ahead. And he's still putting down the fastest laps. That is very impressive. His best lap of the race is a 19.025. Wow. Impressive. Still watching the battle right now for second, however. It's Grissom as he's trying to run down. He has ran down Stouffer. Just want to point that out. Of course, we'll interview our top three no matter where they finish over in the WOSCRL Discord. So you see Pemberton working off turn 2 now. Working into 3. We'll check back with him in just a moment. He's got no lap traffic up in front of him. So it's just him and the racetrack now. 3 seconds ahead of Chris Stouffer. That's impressive to be able to beat Chris like this. I don't think Derek would want a caution now. Although if it was a caution was to come out, I think the race would be official. Since we do not run green-white checkers in here. Grissom closing the gap quite a bit right there on Stouffer as well as they come to the start-finish line. We're coming to 3 laps to go next time by, or actually this time coming to 2 laps to go next time by for our race leader Derek, Chris, and Skylar top 3. Brian Underwood's got to be just heartbroken right now. Had a chance. But, I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well try it all the way. I understand he's not going to be happy with where he finishes. But, I mean, you know, things happen. You got to go for the win. That's what you're here for. So I give him credit for going all out. As the white flag about to come out for Derek Pemberton this time. 4-second lead over the field. He works out of turn 2. Gets a little bit of the grass. That was a little sketchy. Gets a little bit of the grass. Going into turn 3. Winner from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Will be Derek Pemberton.
Yes!
First win of the season for the driver of the 82.
Yes!
Chris Stouffer finishes second. Skylar Grissom third. We're going to do our post-race interview. You guys enjoy that in-car radio from Derek Pemberton. We had to get that for him, by the way. First win, we had to do it since we was in the same channel as, well, he was in the channel above us. But there's your race winner. Derek Pemberton getting it done. Here from North Wilkesboro in the Raise Energy number 82 Ford Thunderbird. Skylar Grissom finishes second. Chris Stouffer finishes second. There's teammate paid off and coming up beside Derek as well. I'm sure they're over waving at each other out the window. Derek Pemberton puts it in victory lane. Derek, you got a copy. There you go.
Yeah, I got you.
Man finishing P1 from North Wilkesboro, your first ever WOSCRL race win, man. What's that feel like?
Man, I got no words right now, man. After what happened to me last night, all day today, I've just been absolutely bummed out. I've had a horrible day. Really wasn't looking forward to tonight, and then we went out there tonight, and I think that by far may have been my greatest race on iRacing ever. Man, like I said, there's really no words coming out of my mouth right now just on how this race went tonight.
Yeah, you beat some of the best guys to do it. Stouffer finishing second, of course. Grissom third. You led a lot of laps. I don't know how many. Talk us through, man, what you was doing, because it was impressive. I'm going to be honest. I was like, is this even Derek driving?
I'm sure people are going to question that. And it wouldn't be the first time that my car's probably going to go to the inspection tin again. So, man, I wish I could tell you. I mean, every single lap it was different getting into the corner. And, I mean, I'll be honest. I know me and Brian Underwood had a little rough starting whenever he first started racing on Saturday nights. And tonight, I think me and him kind of bridged a little gap. Me and him was talking, for most of the night, just kind of sitting there talking. And he raced me very clean. I felt like I may have done him a little dirty at certain points, and I do apologize for that. But I mean, it was just hard racing, and it felt good, when we had kind of the fastest time in a happy hour or happy half hour. That's what I guess we call it, happy half hour, and then qualifying P2, and then just pretty much within the first 10 laps, able to just get past Ballesteros, which was a very big pass, and then it's like the car. I couldn't believe that the 77 got past me, and then it was after that. No, strongest car I think I've ever had.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, man. Well, you did really well tonight. I'm very proud of you. Super pumped for you. I know how much you wanted it, and you did it against some of the best. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Of course, got to thank all the sponsors here on the league, Killer Brownie, Manscaped, WOS, I forget the rest of it. The main one. That one. The main one. Then of course, once again, gonna sound weird. Shouting out my own broadcasting company, but got to thank TRN for being here. Got to thank Rays for being on board. Got to thank all my Overtake teammates, Pate Albin, especially right there. Really helped keep my nerves down, because I'll put it to you, I was bouncing all over the place whenever I seen Underwood wreck it. So unfortunately for him, but I mean, congrats to Stouffer and Grissom. I know Grissom had a great race tonight coming back from where he was. I mean, it was great to see him get up front and actually kind of give Stouffer a little bit of run for his money there. So, but yeah, congrats to them too. And I think we're going to Daytona next week, so yay me. So I'll probably be in the catch fence. So
good job, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Next up, it is going to be Chris Stouffer, Mr. Six-Time himself. He ain't no stranger to victory lane. He's been there plenty of times. Chris, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
And honestly, man, the first thing I want to talk about, I know it sucks finishing second, but the big thing for you was where you finished in front of Doran. I've noticed, I talked about the points coming in to tonight's race. He's gained a little bit on you here and there. Even though you got 6 wins, he's kind of made the points battle close. That was the big thing coming into tonight. Was you? I know that you want to win, of course, but was you also points racing as well?
I was points racing the whole night, to be honest with you.
Right.
I was trying to stay out of trouble and just finish ahead of Luke wherever he was. And so once I got up front there towards the end of the race, I was just happy maintaining the top three.
Right.
Didn't really want to stick my nose up there and stick my nose in, and they were faster on the long run anyway. So I second, I'm happy with that.
And for sure, man. Like I mentioned, you got 6 wins, and next week we head to Daytona. And well, last time we were there, we all know what happened. It was a wild race. I think we're going back to the Legacy. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is. What's your thoughts on going back to a place like that? You do have everybody's got more experience now on plate races. Like we ran Talladega, it was a good race. How do you feel about going back there?
I like the fast big tracks.
Right.
I mean, I really like this car, and I believe we're running the old Legacy track, which
right.
I like a lot. It has a lot of character to it, and I like that. I like seeing these cars bounce around throughout there and everything, and I just think it's really really good.
Well, man, you was able to grow that points lead just a little bit more, which is the main thing here for any driver that wants to win a championship, and you're going to do that tonight. Shout out to all that you want to give out.
Again, shout out to you up in the booth, and Skylar putting on the league. Good win tonight, Derek. It's well deserved. The class of the field, and hopefully we'll have a good race next week.
Hey, good job tonight, man. All right, it is the interview I've been waiting to do all season long. Skylar Grissom, the league owner, finally putting it inside the top 3. Skylar, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been waiting on this one. I'm so proud of you, dude. Like, I'm not even going to lie. That was an amazing finish. And honestly, I talked about this. At one point, you had the best car in the field. Did you know how quick you was actually going? Because you was doing something right as well, and I noticed it.
Yeah, we had a quick car, but didn't have anything for the 82 tonight, that's for sure.
Either way, it worked out good. I noticed basically you and Derek was kind of driving the track a little bit opposite. You know, the way you would drive 3 and 4, he would do the same thing, or the way he would drive 3 and 4, you would drive it that way in 1 and 2. Was you watching anybody or anything like that as the race was going on? Because honestly, you just kept getting faster and faster, it seemed like, as the night went.
Honestly not. After we kept running some laps, I realized if you just drive it a little harder in, you get a better runoff.
It definitely worked out. How do you feel about going to Daytona? We've been there before. Of course, the racing's gotten way better since we've been to Daytona. Of course, like I mentioned to Chris as well, Talladega. How do you feel about going back to Daytona?
Be using the same strategy I did at Dega, stay in the back and save the fast repair.
Hey, I hear you. Are you guys just using one? You're using 2, right, for next week?
Just one.
Or just one? Okay, I couldn't remember. Either way, 3rd place, man. Well deserved. That car looked amazing. You was on the rails tonight. Good job on that. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Just want to thank the series sponsors. Want to thank everybody that races. Thank you guys for broadcasting. And yeah,
Dude, great job. I'm proud to be able to interview you tonight.
thank you, man.
There you go. There's your top 3. Skylar Grissom putting it on the podium. I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of Derek, of course, as well. I think, honestly, both of them guys, they've shown speed, and I'm glad to see it. So, all right, here's a look at your results. There you see the 82 on top of the board. Derek Pemberton, Chris Stouffer, Skylar Grissom, Brian Underwood. He's got to be a little heartbroken, but I give him credit because he did everything he could to try to catch the 82, and sometimes it don't work out. Sometimes it does. If it worked out, we wouldn't even think about what would have happened. So, Russell Brackett going to finish 5th, and there is Luke Doran. Remember, he was 2nd in point standing, so he will lose a little bit here tonight. Bobby Petrinka coming back pretty strong, to be honest. He started at the tail end of the field, paid Auburn. He had a couple spins. He came back good as well in 8th. Benjamin Shout and Bruce Pearson going to finish in 9th and 10th. Drew Ballesteros, Andrew Jamelin, Jim Foskett, Jacob Huber. Kind of surprised to see the 22, the 47. I mean, they was running good at one point as well. Jacob usually runs good. Lawrence Shaughnessy had a rough spot, and of course, newcomer Landon Lacey finishes 16th. But all in all, the race was good. But that'll do it, though, guys. Congratulations to the 82 of Derek Pemberton, putting it in victory lane here tonight from North Wilkesboro. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. You can even hear our winner tomorrow night. He'll be in the booth. Y'all have a great night. Take care, and God bless.